Nate Bukaty, how are you back in studio?
I'm probably just as excited as Easton is, And Dylan.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, it's great I just wish I was
It's
there
so
with
easy
you.
to get up early now. Is it?
Dude.
You don't do it every day. Now it's not so easy. Old man.
Listen, man.
Let's be honest. How easy was it for him to begin with?
Never.
Not very?
Yeah, right. So.
Wow. Jake in attack mode.
I know. I feel very under attack right now. I will say this. I feel cursed at the same time. I might not get up as early as I used to on a daily basis with you guys, but I still, now I cannot sleep in. Like, my body, 17 years of doing this has absolutely wrecked the idea of me sleeping past, 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, it ain't happening, I usually, no alarm, up at 5:50.
Do you ever wake up in a panic? Like, oh, my God, I gotta go.
All the time. All the time. What time is it? Okay.
I did. That happened. That happened to me last week. I woke up at what was it? Maybe 3:45, and I was so confused and discombobulated. I was like, "Oh, what is it?" Because at 3:45, that could be me waking up from a quick nap, or that could be me waking up early for work. And so I'm like, "Oh, what is it day or night?"
Yeah.
And so it's afternoon. I'm good. Oh, thank God I don't have to get up and go to work. But then I realized, wait a minute, it's the morning. I do have to go to work. So I went for 5 or 10 minutes and laying back down, thinking, I'd lay down another half hour, get up, make something to eat, go watch something, go watch a game. And then it dawned on me that it actually was the morning. And that was one of the most heartbreaking feelings that I had because I allowed myself 10 minutes to lounge back down, relax, oh, good. Thank God it's the afternoon, I'm going to go do whatever. And then I realized, get in the shower, dummy. It's the morning. No, I wake up, and that happens to me a lot where I and that'll happen to me in the afternoon where I don't know because, if I fall asleep and I get pretty deep into my sleep, then I'll wake up and I have no idea if the time is right. And obviously, if I wake up at 7:15 or something, I know it's nighttime. But yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, I do that too, man. I'll wake up and not know for sure if it's Saturday or Sunday, and then I gotta think real hard, and that's difficult for me, just in general, but especially
Right.
when I have a sleep.
Right.
No, there's nothing that's scarier for me than waking up and thinking, oh my God, did I oversleep? Did I miss this? Did I miss that?
Yeah, the fear that
that happened to me with the Bukaty Foundation deal the other day because I woke up and it was I was supposed to get up at 4 to get ready, and I woke up at 4:30 or 4:40, and I thought it was the morning, and so I gotta go. I got plenty of time. I go, oh no, I gotta be there at 5:30 because it's the evening. Dude, my mind's mush. I have no idea what the hell's going on half the time. So, yes, I agree. I empathize and sympathize.
Yeah, the thing that gets me now is that since every Saturday I'm in some different town, and then I usually fly home. I try to get the earliest flight home on Sunday morning that I can so I can spend some time with my family on Sunday. But that also means after, you do a game at night, it's hard to just, for me anyways, to go just go straight to the hotel and fall asleep. So we end up, sitting around talking about the game, whatever, with the guys I work with.
Yeah, go out and get hammered.
Get hammered, yeah, tie a couple on.
Get all jacked up.
Yeah, of course.
Wake up the next day in some rando hotel room. You have no idea what city you're in.
Hopefully you're in a hotel room even. You don't even know. You just wake up in some random location.
Right.
It could be anything. But honestly, I...
Wake back up at the bar.
Just if you don't go to sleep, then you don't have to worry about waking up.
That's right. That's right.
But honestly, if I have an early flight the next morning and then I know I'm going to get 4 hours of sleep, I wake up every 30 minutes paranoid that I'm going to miss my flight, paranoid that I'm going to miss my alarm. So there's zero consistent sleep. So yeah, anyway, that's no one cares. That's what I deal with.
Everyone cares. Everyone cares about the Royals too.
Yeah.
Because they got another win last night. The Royals looking good now, winning the first 2 games of the series against the Minnesota Twins.
How about those Royals?
And the Royals starting pitching is hot. I think that's 3 quality starts in a row. And I like to mention that because Mike Boddicker says that that's the best way to measure a starter's effectiveness is quality starts.
Yep.
Because he said he could barely go 6 innings back in his day.
Right.
If you went 6 innings back in Boddicker's day, they basically gave you a trophy, is what he says. If you could somehow get 90 pitches out of your tired-ass arm, they would celebrate. You'd have beer poured on you in the clubhouse. So Mike always tells me, mention if they got a quality start, and so they're
Yeah.
Mike teaches me about baseball every Wednesday.
Yes.
And so I'll mention that for him.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, look, it's a different world that we live in. So a quality start is significant. And Cole Reagans had been unable to get to 6 innings his first couple of starts. And then look, that is an issue because look, we love the strikeouts. I love the strikeouts when DraftKings has the over/under at 6.5 for Cole Reagans. It's free money. What they're saying is, here you go. Here's some extra cash because he had 11. That's over 6.5, Nate.
Okay.
But and we love it. We love the strikeouts. We love all of it. But I don't think Matt Quachero or anyone else loves it when he only goes 5 innings. And so last night was better. 6 innings, quality start. 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 11 strikeouts, 96 pitches to get through those 6 innings. So better. You'd love to see him go 7, but 6, I'll take it. And then it was interesting because you had a close game, and they had gone already back-to-back games with the trio of Hunter Harvey, Lucas Erceg, and Carlos Estevez. And so they're not going to do that again. And so I was excited, and I'd mentioned this yesterday, like, okay, is this the day we're going to see Daniel Lynch in a high-leverage situation? Because he certainly has earned it. I mean, going back to last year, he finished the season with 20 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings out of the bullpen, and he hasn't given up a run yet. So he's been spectacular out of the bullpen. He hasn't given up a run since he was converted to a reliever. And so you're thinking, okay, if the opportunity arises in a close game, will we see him in the 8th inning? Will we see him in the 9th inning? And so I know it was only for 1 hitter, but last night he gets the save, and I like that. Ease him into it because he could maybe – and look, he could do multiple things in the bullpen, right? But what did Chris Bubich turn into last year? He turned into a high-leverage left-hander that they trusted late in ball games, the game on the line, and he responded very well to that. And so now if Daniel Lynch, if he can start to earn that trust and not just be a guy that comes in if your starter doesn't go long enough and give you a couple innings, and look, there's nothing wrong with that. Because as we've seen last couple of times, Cole Reagans only went 5 innings. There is a value to having a pitcher that can come in and put out the fire. If your starter doesn't give you enough innings, your starter gives up a few too many runs, and you don't want to totally lose control of the ball game, there's a value to that. But also, if Daniel Lynch can show that he can come in and you can trust him in the 7th and the 8th, or like last night, the 9th, that's huge. And so last night, after Reagans was done with 6, they go to Angel Zerpa, and he goes through an inning. They go to John Schreiber. He gave up a couple of hits in his inning in 2/3, so it wasn't perfect, but he got through it. And then Daniel Lynch comes in to retire the last batter and get his first save. And so on a night, and bookmark that. Jake's got a big book that he has bookmarks in, I think, when I mentioned that. So Jake bookmarked that on a night where they didn't go to, like, who would you say, who's the top 3 guys that to get saves? Estevez, Erceg, Harvey. And so they weren't going to go to any of those guys. And so on a night where it was nip and tuck, it was a 1-1 game until the Royals took the lead in the 8th. They went to Zerpa, Schreiber, and Daniel Lynch and got the 2-1 victory. And so that's significant. That's good. That's exciting because that's what we've been talking about. The bullpen, you've had the 4 guys who have been lights out between Estevez, Erceg, Harvey, and Lynch, and then everyone else has been kind of meh. Well, is Zerpa when we know he's better than that. he's better than what he's shown. We know Schreiber's better than what he's shown. I won't say anything about Stratton because I don't know what he is right now. And Sam Long is certainly better than he's shown, but he's struggled so much. I don't know what to think about him right now. And maybe you just kind of flip roles between Long and Lynch. And Lynch you can trust right now, and Long, you got to bring him in earlier in games, or if games get out of hand, or the starter doesn't go, long enough. Maybe Long. Who knows? Try to get him right. But I think that was very encouraging last night that Zerpa, Schreiber, and Lynch were able to come in and get the save. I think it's also very encouraging when Zach from sales comes in and starts unplugging stuff when I'm on the air and making demands and pointing to Easton and doing anything that he could possibly do to disrupt the signal. Because I think that's what you should do and not wait till commercial break. Zach, you're an aggressive young man. I like that. I tease Zach a lot, but as I've tried to tell people, if I jack with you, that means I like you. If I ignore you, that means whatever, right? And so, Zach, you're the man. But if you knock us off air, then that's going to be bad.
Yeah, it'll be
right,
his
Jake?
ass, actually.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe people listen and we're hoping.
Hey,
Come on,
yeah,
Zach. Push the wrong button. Get this guy's ass off air, would you? But that's you look for the little things. Besides Reagan's pitching so well, and the Royals coming back and getting that win, being able to get that win late in the 8th inning, that was good. Zerpa, Schreiber, Lynch, when the big three weren't available, they nailed down the save. Nate Bukaty.
Yeah, when the Royals have been bad, which I had a lot of experience covering bad Royals, this is exactly the kind of game they would lose. Like, it's crazy how many close games bad teams find a way to lose and how many close games good teams find a way to win in baseball. Like when the Royals were bad, it seemed like every night it was like, well, they finally got the bats going tonight, but the pitching wasn't there. Oh, they finally got the pitching going tonight, but then they couldn't hit. And they always just found a way to come up a run short or a big play short. And, to me, the Royals winning this game is, a very encouraging sign for the fact that they can build on what they did last year as a team. Because very similar recipe, like you talked about, good starting pitching. One of the things they needed at times last year was relief help, which they went out and tried to develop through the course of the season or acquire through the course of the season last year. But, they just scratched across a run, right? Bobby Witt used his legs to create a run. And Vinny Pasquantino is if you get a guy at third base in less than 2 outs, he seems to find a way to get him home. And as you mentioned, to do it without having to use up the arms in your bullpen that are the quote-unquote first-choice guys is another indication of the fact that you should be able to replicate this, right? You can, because they're going to need to count on more than just 3 guys in their bullpen through the course of the year because, as you playfully mentioned, guys going 6 innings nowadays is that's getting deep into a game. So that means you got to use your bullpen for 3 innings almost every night at a minimum. So, I just thought that was man, that's the kind of team win that winning teams create. And so even though it wasn't the prettiest game, even it wasn't one of these games where we can look at the box score and say, oh, what a great day for these 3 guys in the lineup. They found a way to get a W. It's 3 in a row now. So, yeah, and the news that – and Lynch, by the way, as you mentioned, first save this year, second save of his career. We've been talking about whether or not Bubic or he should have been in the starting lineup or starting rotation. And it's kind of hey, either way, if they're both pitching well, they're both helping the team in a major way. And so I think Lynch has a chance to be a real weapon in the bullpen for this team.
Right now, Daniel Lynch has pitched 6 in the 3rd innings. He's given up 1 hit.
I like that.
3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Got a win, got a save. And again, you combine that with the 20 2/3 from last year. That's 27 innings out of the bullpen now, where he hasn't given up a run, dating back to last year. I mean, that's goofy. If he's going to give a run at some point, but still, that was significant last night, showing that, okay, they're going to trust him to come in and get the final out, get the save, and now they can continue to develop, because you're not always going to be able to go to Harvey and Urseg and Estevez, and on nights you don't. If you could win a game, steal a one-run game against a division opponent, that's nice. Jake, did you want to comment on that? Did you go over 6.5 or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a no-brainer. You said it.
I had to leave. It was a no-brainer. We talked about it.
Yeah.
It's this damn Missouri-Kansas thing.
Yeah, man.
Missouri, if you get your butt in gear.
Right now, it's like
when I forget
it's like
to place my bet.
The lock of the year. Like every time Reagan's pitches, over, and they'll get it right eventually.
I don't think we're going to see any more. We're not going to see any more
6.5, right?
But my point is, I forget when I'm working in Kansas, and I go home, and then I remember it's too late. So
that'll change.
I don't like that. Will it?
Allegedly. I mean, it's what the people wanted.
I mean, what's your definition of soon? Like, soon for me is tomorrow, and it's not going to change.
Before the end of the year.
But, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. All right. And, you know what I'm going to tell you right now. And listen to me. You can't give me any crap about this. And yet, I started this a month ago. And Nate, I don't know if you listen to the show anymore, but Jake was on my case and told me to stop talking up Caglione, and I was going way overboard. Now I'm not so overboard. Now there's a whole bunch of other people that are jumping overboard. We're all swimming around. Jack Caglione, I don't even know how long they're going to be able to keep him in Double-A. Last night, he hit another home run. And we spent part of yesterday marveling at the 464-foot home run he hit over the weekend, 160 miles per hour off the bat, that left the ballpark and had kids chasing it down the residential area. And so then last night, I started seeing highlights. I go, wait, is that the same home? That's not the same home run. Hold on here. He hit another bomb, 468 feet. 111 miles per hour off the bat. And there's like 2 or 3 different angles of this home run. Good God, man. He has 15 at-bats at Double-A. 15. How many ribbies do you think he has in not 15 games? 15 at-bats. Nate? Jake, what do you think?
Okay, so 15 at-bats would be...
I already know the answer, so
Yeah.
I'll back out of this.
Okay, if Nate doesn't know the answer, guess.
15 at-bats would be,
We'll be good for
about
15 at-bats.
4 games, right? Like, basically. So if you... I'll say like 6. That'd be pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, right now, 15 at-bats. He's hitting 400 with 2 homers, 10 ribbies,
Oh.
and a 1288 OPS. He has 10 ribbies and at-bats. And he has a 464-foot home run and a 468-foot home run. Eric Hosmer's already calling for him to be called up.
Let's give him to Omaha first.
That's fine.
I'm trying to remember
you know
what...
what. You just need to stop. Just give
I love
in.
it. No, I don't. I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna sit back.
You do.
I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the ride. I know the Royals know what
You
they're
should,
doing.
but you will admit right now that this is far more accelerated than you thought, isn't it?
I think it's far more accelerated than anybody thought. But he's still at Double-A. I mean, it's not like they just called him up, so we don't know what's accelerated.
Is it far more accelerated than I thought a month ago?
I mean,
Usually, I think you see him... They want to see somebody do it for a month straight, right? Before they move him up.
And that's fine, but I'm just telling you, this is a unicorn. This guy's different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, usually, that's what you do. I don't know how long, if it's a guy that you think is special, and if your scouts are watching him, and, you think I don't know how long you wait. It's like, okay, we've seen enough. You know what I mean? Like, okay, 2 weeks, that's fine. Like he's got Double-A covered. We're good here.
If he could play left field or right field, they might already be having the conversation right now. And that's what Bluma said yesterday. I agree with that. Because Wyatt Langford, they didn't wait on him, but he could play the field.
Right.
Yeah.
And go look up how many at-bats Wyatt Langford ended up having before he got called up.
Well, I think that's the next step, right?
Did he skip AAA?
He had a cup of coffee.
Okay. That's like, to me, like the one thing.
A brief cup of coffee.
I remember, like, when Allard Baird was the GM, they would skip AAA with some guys, like Carlos Beltran, I believe, skipped AAA. And their argument was
his college player. His college player is different. He's 22 years old.
Yeah,
this is different.
Well,
but also those guys were major league fielders already. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the argument I've heard from both sides is, hey, look, you're going to see actually more high-end talent in Double-A than you are in Triple-A in a lot of ways. A lot of what you're facing in Triple-A is 4A players.
The minors have also changed quite a bit since then, too.
Yeah.
After COVID and everything else. It's just, you can't think, I know that's good experience and good from Allard, but it's just the whole organization of baseball is different.
Well,
what it was.
I mean, I was giving you a case for skipping AAA there, but the case against it, the case for like letting him have some time in AAA is usually if you got some holes in your swing.
Well, he needs to learn how to play the field. I mean, they're not going to move him up and have him play first base or DH. I mean, the move to AAA would be to start putting him in the outfield.
I think also to find if there's any holes in his swing, things that the guys that more experienced pitchers can exploit that he can work on. That's something, because that is a real thing. There's a guy like sometimes you see a guy putting up monster numbers in Double-A because he's a great mistake hitter, but he's not going to see as many mistakes, so guys are going to have better approach. It's just something. It's a step in the progression. Sure. That's why they a lot of times like to put a guy. That's all.
No one really found it in spring training either, though. I mean, this guy's been doing it since
Wyatt
February.
Langford had a grand total of 37 plate appearances at AAA for that seasoning, 29 at bats. So
yeah, I would think he'll be up in AAA before too long.
But here's the deal: if the Royals had a hole at first base, or a guy that wasn't as good as Vinny, I'm telling you, man, they'd already be talking about this.
Yep.
But Jake is correct. Jake has shown us baseball prowess over Nate right now. This is a big discussion about this is the field. Like, what do you bring him up and just DH him? And that's why, as Bluma and Boddicker and everyone else has said, I know they want him to establish himself as a hitter before they start jacking with him in the field. But at some point, and the original plan was let him play first base and hit the cover off the ball at Double-A, and then Triple-A will start giving him some reps in the outfield. If he's hitting like this, I don't see what the problem is with giving him a few reps in the outfield. And maybe he's working on it before games and everything else. That's not the same. You know that. You have to play in a game. Do either one of you have any problems if they said, "Hey, we're gonna start trotting him out there in the outfield a couple times a week, get his feet wet, see what we got"?
I don't know what they're waiting for.
Because they wanted him to get his feet wet, just hitting the ball and feel comfortable.
Yeah, it looks
Nate,
like
would you be opposed to that?
His feet are sopping wet.
Oh no, he's standing in the ocean right now.
Right.
Nate, would you be opposed to that?
No. But I'll also say this through gritted teeth or whatever. I agree with Jake that I'll trust JJ and the staff. I appreciate that they're not going to try to rush it. And the good thing is, I don't think they need to. I think they're going to win. They're going to win games for the next couple of months enough to where they're not going to be out of the race or anything like that. And they can kind of let things happen. But no,
this team ain't just trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to win a championship. And can you imagine this effing lineup if you can add a bat like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, it's oh my God. I mean,
But I don't have a problem with them.
Will you quit putting cold water off everyone's face?
I will say I'm actually okay with the Royals' old philosophy in terms of we got to wait on a guy for service time, and we used to be so pissed off. Why do you care about service time? Just get him up here because this team sucks. I'm okay if they wait on his service time
So
just so they get another year out of him.
I don't even know that they're concerned with that, man.
I know they're not, but I'm okay
if
this team's winning. And I would be okay with them waiting until whatever that date is.
Yeah,
I'm okay for them to decide when he's ready. Let's go.
Yeah,
absolutely. But if it's
I'm not calling for him right now, but I'm just telling you, man, there are smart baseball people that are already having that conversation.
I don't mind taking a look at him out in the outfield. I think some of it.
You got to.
Yeah.
You have to look at it. You have to get him reps. It's just so exciting that he's forcing this conversation. It's incredible. It's so much fun. We get to watch him and watch the Royals win. Now is a wonderful time to be a Kansas City Royals fan. Baseball right now is being very, very good to me. Back after this on WHB.
What's up, Kansas City? Jake Gutierrez here. If you know my health journey, well, it's been a long one, but now I'm here to tell you about one of the best decisions I've made, a huge upgrade I made, and it's to an Arctic plunge, and it's an Arctic plunge I got from Pro-Built Pool and Patio. It's unbelievable. I used to haul bags of ice, 200 or 300 pounds at a time, and put them in a big feed tank and sit in that ice, and man, the benefits from cold exposure are numerous. Your immune system, your heart, your skin, your immunity, so many awesome benefits. The chemistry of your brain changes, dopamine hits. It's one of the best things I do on a daily basis. But what really took me to the next level was getting an Arctic plunge from Pro-Built Pool and Patio. No more hauling ice around. I have it set at 37 degrees. I get in there every morning for 6 minutes, and I get my day started the right way. So check out Pro-Built Pool and Patio. Give them a call, 816-786-3893. That's 816-786-3893. Or check them out online, probuiltpatio.com, or just Google Pro-Built Pool and Patio, and you'll get hooked up. Call them, ask them about the Iceman special. Tell them Jake Goody sent you, and they're going to hook you up. It's a great place, Pro-Built Pool and Patio. You get expert advice on creating your dream outdoor oasis, and you can include one of these awesome Arctic plunges in that oasis. They also have deals on select fiberglass pools, pool houses, sunrooms, grills, hot tubs, and my next move, the sauna. Can't wait to get that so I get hot and cold going. But right now, I'm here talking about the Arctic cold plunges. Give them a call, 816-786-3893. Ask them about the Iceman special. Tell them Jake Goody sent you, and check them out online at probuiltpatio.com.
Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Very happy to be in the Northland at Heartland Men's Health, their beautiful clinic location here in North Kansas City, right in the center of Villages at Briar Cliff. Easy access from the north. And look, I can see downtown right there. And so easy from downtown as well. Thank you so much to our friends at Heartland Men's Health for having me out here. And thank you so much to Mike Boddicker for joining us in studio. Mike Boddicker, his arm still throbbing from drawing 52 names for wonderful prizes at the Boddicker Foundation Bourbon Raffle.
Jake had a few.
Signing a big check.
Nate had a few. Yeah, that was a good check.
Well, they helped you. They helped you get through it.
Thank God. Well, Bluma did too.
Well, they got
You
that
won,
rule
though.
now that you got to stay in for 3 batters.
Yeah.
You know, so we all stayed in for like
A few draws.
3 ticket
So
draws.
you happy with the results, Mike?
Very happy. Very happy. We're going to help a bunch of people and a bunch of families. Yep. And thank everybody here in Kansas City for buying tickets and helping us out. And like I said, every year, Kansas City is amazing. The people here are just the most giving people I've ever seen in my life. So thank you very much. For all the listeners, I hope some of the listeners won. I think a few did. Usually we give out the bourbon Saturday to people at a set location, and we always ask them where they found out about the raffle, and usually about 80% of them say 810. So it's pretty good.
Sold over 22,000 tickets this year.
Yep. Yeah, pulled in just about 115,000 for the family. So that's amazing.
And we met a couple of the families as
Yes,
well.
we did. It was fun out there. Yeah, it's fun to see the kids. And last year, Lottie couldn't make it, and that family came this year. So, yeah, she was back in the hospital. She was having some issues.
Last year she was.
Yeah, last year.
And this year she was feeling better.
She's great this year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, yep.
Seeing the families, the kids, by the way, are just great. Like Owen was an absolute character. He's already got his own business card.
Oh, yeah.
But it always like, I guess, perspective in your life, wherever you're at, talking to the parents is always what kind of catches me, because
Can you imagine that? Going through that?
No.
I can't either. That's just.
I've met enough parents now through your foundation, through the Victory Project, that are going through it, that you just, man, you try to put yourself in their shoes and how scary things are when your
Awful.
child gets diagnosed with something like what Owen's been diagnosed with, or Lottie, and it's the emotional part and the fear of your kid being okay, but then also the financial impact that it's going to have on your family going forward. You guys are helping out. How many families a year did they say that you're helping?
I think it was 110 last year.
Man, helping pay their bills in the scariest time of their life.
Yeah.
So that was,
and like Owen's on quite a bit of medicine with his kidney stuff. So that's a tough road. Tough road. We hope we can help everybody.
Work, though, man.
Yeah,
you're helping a bunch of families.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. That's what
Great
it's
job
about,
by
man.
you, Lisa, your kids, the entire Boddicker family.
Yeah, we got a lot of friends out there helping us out too. So, including everybody here at 810. So, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
my accountant won a bottle. I was sitting there. I was like, "Hey!" Jake was sitting next to me. I was like, "That's my accountant." So I texted him. He was all fired up.
Good.
But also, you guys got like a big, like it'd been a couple years since I've been able to come to it live. You have like a big studio audience now. Like the last time I went, it was just kind of us in a studio, doing the show.
It keeps getting bigger
Pretty
too,
cool.
and there's a lot of people trying to get into there because it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's great. Mitch out at DMI does all that for us for free.
That's amazing.
His people and the space and set everything. They set everything up. It's really neat. Got a lot of people helping, like I said. And with my wife just goes way above and beyond with this, and she's amazing. I don't know how she does it. I mean, she was up yesterday like at 4:00 going through stuff and making sure everybody's the tickets and who the bourbon goes to and everything like that. I'm going, wow, okay. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The kids all pitch in. It's a family thing, and it's pretty cool.
I just saw another angle of the Caglione home run.
I heard.
It almost went out of this ballpark too.
Are we going to go right to that, or are we going to go last night's game?
I'm just telling you. I just saw another. I'm not posting this on social media.
Hey,
I'm looking and reacting. Look, react. Home run gone. Caglione. React.
10
That's
RBIs already.
10 ribbies in 15 games.
But they were worried about getting his feet wet down in Double-A so he could hit. I'm going, that kid ain't going to hit no matter where
Nate
he's at.
says send him back down to high A to
Yeah.
let his feet wet.
Yeah,
really
see,
make
see if he can
sure. Know what the
get
hell
see if he can
he's
get
talking about.
15 ribbies in 15 games.
Well, let's. And by the way,
15 at
does that
bats.
mean that there's some guys getting on base in front of him? Then we got some other guys to look at in Double-A as well.
I hope so.
Let's say 500 times. Yeah, so he's like roughly, if you keep him down at Double-A and he stays at this pace, he's on pace roughly for about 330 ribbies this year. So I think he can get to. Give him enough at bats, 500 at bats.
I do understand what the idea of progression. I really
Sure.
do. My problem is, I look at last night's game and I see 3 hits, 2 unearned runs. And that lineup, I'm going, no, it's not working. And we have that window. It's the window that bothers me.
Yes.
You got a 3-year window, and we're right there. And do we wait? Do we not? Our window's too short.
Look,
These
there's
pitchers,
no debate.
these
The lineup
pitchers
needs
aren't
him.
going to be what they are in a couple of years. So no, it's you have to strike while the iron's hot. And but that's why I said get him when he first sent him to Double-A. Get him in the outfield right away, because there's no spots here for him until Salvi's gone, or I don't. Salvi, I think, is going to play a couple more years. So I really do.
What if Caglione's just a nightmare in the field?
Hey, Melendez was. They got him out there.
Like, what do you think Hunter Renfroe is in the field right now?
Oh, terrible! They're running on him.
What have you seen?
I
from
could
him?
run on Hunter Renfroe because he hadn't thrown a ball even close to a bag or the plate.
I see a nightmare in the field every night I watch the Royals game.
Did you see that kid just took off? They were not. They have no fear of him throwing anybody out.
But so would we be okay with that? Like, as long as he mashes, doesn't really matter.
Are you okay with it now?
Yeah, we're not getting that great of outfield play anyway.
Well,
please,
that's what I mean.
I mean,
yeah. Well, I guess part of what I'm
Canna
asking.
should have caught that ball last night. He drifted. I mean,
Yeah.
You're getting bad outfield play with no offense.
With zero.
Give me bad outplay with
so,
some
I mean, I
offense.
trying
watched
to play this
Melendez
out in my
last
head.
night take a ball right down the chute.
They clearly.
What are
look,
you looking
we
for?
all know they need something. They need someone that can hit that plays in the outfield. We know that. That's a given. I'm curious. Like, do they need to trade for one? If they have, do they have pieces? That they can trade.
Yeah, we do.
They needed an outfielder in the offseason, yes.
Yeah, and they didn't go.
Yes.
They didn't get an outfield in the offseason.
They have 2 holes in the corner outfield.
Monster holes. Monster holes.
And that's been the theme, yes.
It's different if you can actually hit a little bit. You can
tolerate. Some bad play.
Yeah, a few bad plays. They're going to catch your normal balls. Plus, he's got a strong arm. He can throw the ball at least.
He also wouldn't have to play outfield every day. Who was the DH last night? India.
Yeah.
But him out in left field, I mean, Salvi does catch games. When Salvi catches, then Case could be the DH.
The thing is, as a pitcher, I look at the lineup and going, man, once you get past Salvi, it's what? I mean, there's nothing. I'm not scared.
I think
I'm not
Massey
scared.
still could be a decent hitter. No? You've never been a Massey fan, have you?
Yeah, I love his defense.
No, I'm in on Massey.
Massey doesn't hit the ball the other way enough. For his size, no. If I'd like to see him slap the ball the other way once in a while. He cartwheels like everybody else.
Look for that launch angle.
Yeah, that's no. defensive wise, he's great, but he's got to hit.
I'm fine with Massey. I'm fine with Garcia. It's the outfield. I don't. The outfield is the
corner
issue.
outfield.
I'm not going to nitpick.
Well, the whole outfield could be revamped actually, but that's beside the point.
But you like Isbell, you at least get some defense from.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, if you had a guy,
and that's what we're talking about. You get,
Yeah.
you know, you can tolerate maybe not quite the hitting if you got a good defensive guy out there. But if you're not playing,
the
if
other
you're not a
guys
good
hit.
defensive player,
Yeah, you
if
can't
you're
have
just
all three of them not hitting, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
yeah,
I mean,
the corner outfield spots are supposed to be run production positions.
yeah, power run
Do
production.
you need me to go through Melendez's stats
No,
again?
please
It's like
do
you need
not.
convincing about Melendez.
go.
I don't understand. Like, does anyone here still think Melendez is going to snap out of this and show something this year?
I watched him bail last night on pitches again. Front side leaks and is gone, and it's not. I'm like, oof, no, that's the same stuff I saw the last couple of years.
Needs to go to AAA and work on that swing.
And that's the thing.
If he
that's
made all these
confusing to me.
improvements,
They clearly like him as a person. They like the kid, but I just they're doing him no favors
Oh man,
by letting him, just hanging him out there to dry, and especially he made these adjustments in the offseason. Well, let him go work on him in Omaha.
yeah.
Because you think this is helping his confidence? He's 3 for
Well, him and-
26 right now.
Him and Renfro are both getting booed every plate appearance.
He's 3 for 26 with 1 double, no homers, no ribbies, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts. I mean, what's the point of that? That's not helping him.
No,
I mean, you think?
no, I don't know what they're going to do with the corner outfield. I really don't. They got to figure something out. Because we're not going to win.
The quick answer is let him go down there and just okay. Drew Waters, you're up now. Okay, Drew Waters, you're not okay. John Rave, you're up now. Because you'll get better defense, and let's see if one of those other guys. It doesn't have to be okay. Melendez, we're going to send you down. Now we go to Keggs. There's a lot in between Melendez and Keggs right now, and I just named 2 guys that could be an immediate upgrade to see what they could do.
Yeah, there's a few guys down there that would be an upgrade to me. So then again, you're dealing with money. So.
Or do you let him try to work it out at the major league level?
No.
Like,
No, it's not. To me, the swing hasn't changed that much, so no.
I mean, how many games do you normally give a guy at the start of the season to figure things out?
100 at bats.
Do you agree with that, Bod?
it's a continuation of last year, though.
We look at the guy's baseball card, and it'll tell you what he is. Look at the back of his baseball card. His swing hasn't changed that much, if any.
Hey, his OPS was over 700 in spring training, Bod.
You know what I think about spring training. Same thing you think about spring training. Yeah. Nah. So, no, I'm sorry. It's just, I know they like him, and nice kid, but if you don't produce at the major league level, guess what? You only get X amount of should only get X amount of chances, and then we move on, find somebody who can do the job. And we're at a competitive stage right now. We should be competing for the division. So no, I can't sit here and say, let's just let him out there and see what he does. No, we gotta win games. That game last night was very crucial to be that pathetic offensively and still win a ball game. That's good because every game matters. Every game matters.
That's what good teams do.
Yes.
And just think, and they've lost 2 extra inning games.
I know. The beer league games. Put a guy on second. Let's hurry up and get it over with so we can have a beer.
We have Nate Bukaty in studio. By the way, we're all getting steaks right now out here.
Hey,
thanks a lot, Steve.
Well, I invited you out here. We got Mike Boddicker, Jake Gutierrez, and more right now on Sports Radio 810 WHB. What's up, Kansas City? Stephen St. John here for my great friends at Diamonds Direct, right off 119th and Road. Go see them out in Leewood. Great people at Diamonds Direct. And I was just in there last week because they were part of the Pouring from the Heart Gala that I emceed down at the Western Crown Center to benefit Reinhardt Foundation and to help out the folks at UMKC Dental School. And you know what? I love going to Diamonds Direct. And they had my wife and I wear some wonderful jewelry to the event. And boy, did we have fun. And Diamonds Direct does a great job. They're involved in the community with different events, giving back. And they want you to know that April is a great time to come in because it's Diamond Month. April's birthstone, diamonds. It's a perfect time to shine. And whether you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, shopping for Mother's Day, that's right around the corner, Diamonds Direct has gorgeous options, great value, and custom design. And they have something for everyone. And how about this? They even do free cleanings and lifetime upgrades. And don't forget, it's graduation season. That's right around the corner as well. There's so many reasons to go in and shop with my friends at Diamonds Direct. And again, whether you're shopping for a ring, a gift, just browsing, they're going to help you find something perfect just for you. And don't forget about the free cleanings and lifetime upgrades. I'm telling you, go in while it's Diamond Month. Diamonds Direct, 119th and Row. And when you go to Diamonds Direct, tell them that Stephen St. John sent you.